All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome to episode 20 of our Hard Times Hog Farm Gameplay Series. This is going to be kind of a milestone episode for us because we're going to sell off a bunch of pigs today and make probably our largest profit we ever have from pigs. From there, I really want to expand this farm. I want to try and get some new fields and really get our pig food making production at the peak. We're going to be harvesting some canola fields, planting fields, and getting a whole bunch of chores done around the farm and kind of planning the expansion for the next part of our series. So let's get right into it. Let's start by selling off a bunch of pigs and again, making probably the most profit we ever have off pigs. Okay, just kind of on our way over to sell the pigs, I'm just going to fill up a trailer full of food here so that we can dump into the barn. And like I said, we got to sell off a bunch of pigs. We're at a point, there's like probably about 1,000 pigs, maybe a little bit more, who have reached their max value. And they're all kind of in this range of 2,500 bucks, which is kind of their max value. And I just want to make room in the barn and make sure that we're selling those off to kind of just to ensure that we're not letting them sit in there too long and have their value drop way down. It also is going to give us a chance to really expand the farm. And I've thought about this a bunch on what I kind of want to do with all the fields. And I want us to get more land. I think if we're really going to be able to, we're constantly struggling to have pig food that'll feed 2,500 pigs for a year straight. And I really want to get to that point where we can achieve the goal of being completely self-sustained through our farm to feed pigs for, excuse me, a full year. 2,500 pigs or 2,488. And I've been just kind of jumping around like Rob and Peter to pay Paul between these fields. And I think what I need to do is buy another field. I've kind of just been thinking more if it should be this field right here. I've been like talking to the neighbors to see if I could buy this field off them, which they're considering selling it to us. It's 600 grand. It would give us this farm down here, which we don't really need. But I could also buy this one, which is, it's quite a large field. This one, it tells us that the farm land is 26.6 acres, which that obviously includes down here, like where the farm would be. So I don't necessarily really want to get that one. I've kind of been considering maybe getting this one, thinking it might be enough. And it'd be kind of easy. We could just kind of cut through right basically where the tornado came through. I could cut all those trees down and make like an easy access to that point. But also I could get this field. Now, again, we have a little bit of land on this field that we would get a part of it, but it'd be 30 acres. It would be quite a bit of land. And I think getting one of those fields, whether it's this one, um, maybe this one, I'm tempted to roll the dice and just get this one. Um, which is what I kind of might do. Either way, what we need to do is I want to sell off a bunch of the pigs because the final part of this series, what I really want to get to is kind of like the pinnacle of it, if you will, is that we can have enough food to feed 2,500 pigs. And I want to buy 2,500 pigs or 2,488 all at the exact same time and then grow them to a point which will be about 30 months, 26 months. Let me go into the right thing here. And that'll get them to $2,500. That's like their max value. And you can see they've hit that at 27 months. I don't know if I have any here at 20. Yeah, 26 months. They can hit 2,500 bucks if they're in good health and all that stuff. I don't think it'll happen at 25 months. I don't even know if I have any here that are 25 months. But regardless, that's what I kind of want to do to finish off this series. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to sell off all the pigs that are 2,500 bucks. It's going to take me just a second to do it, so I might just kind of do it quick off camera, and then I'll bring you back, and we'll see exactly how much money we made. So we're at 1.8 million right now. Like I said, I'm just going to go through. It'll kind of take a second to sell all these off, and then I'll bring you guys back, and we'll see the profit that we made, and we will go buy another field. Okay, folks, there we have it. We are at 4.162 million bucks, which that means if we go in, we sold $2.5 million worth of pigs, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. And we didn't even we could have sold way, way more. I'm just gonna leave them in there and let them keep getting to their max value. I sold all except Buck, of course. Can't get rid of Buck. We never will. He's OG. Got to keep Buck. We'll be selling these when the time comes. Basically, I want to get all our fields and stuff set, get them growing, and get like that part of the production facilities just rocking. What I'm going to end up doing is setting down another pig food mixing production facility and going from there. So since we made so much money, this 4 million, we made 2.5 million bucks. I think what my plan is I'm honestly going to buy this field. We're gonna buy this one, and we're gonna buy this one. That together is about $1 million worth of, yeah, we're just over $1 million worth of land that we're going to pick up, and we're going to have to deal with what's on both of these lands. Now if I turn this on, we have oats on this land that is ready to harvest, so we're going to have to work on that. And this field is actually sunflowers, which they're not ready to harvest yet. They will be soon, but forgive me, I don't really, I'm assuming it's going to be like October. Sunflowers, yeah, October, November, pending when they were planted. So we can kind of deal with that towards the end of the year once the corn and stuff's all done. That field's going to be good. I got to just figure out exactly what I'm going to do with each of these fields. Now there is canola or the sunflowers on here. We could harvest them. Ideally, what I would like to do, this is kind of my plan, is turn this field, this sunflower field, into a wheat field. Keep number 4 a wheat field as well. Number 7 can stay a canola field, and we'll turn 15 into a corn field. So we'll have corn, 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 one canola. Since we're so far ahead on canola, I think we just keep this field. Because like I said, we're way ahead on it, and until we need to change it, we won't. Do this field wheat, and since we should, having both those fields in wheat should be good enough for us. We'll have this field in canola, or sorry, in corn, and that really should do it for us. It really should. Now, to get all this done, now that we just did that and we spent $1 million worth of, or $1 million on land, we're going to really need to ramp up productions around here, which means we're going to need another large tractor for sure. And we're probably going to need to get another combine and headers. Probably like another set of green headers and another set of corn headers potentially. Yeah, because we're going to have so much corn that we're harvesting all at once. It's going to slowly get into all of that. Now, I'm not going to just go race and do everything kind of all at once, but as we go through the next few months, we're definitely going to be picking up some new implements. But I want to go into the store right now. I do want to try and find us another combine. There is a large tractor. There's this one. Actually, this may be a medium tractor. 205 starting, 305 max is probably a medium tractor. There's this large tractor in there, which is great, but I mean, it's really only an 11% discount, and it's 600 grand. I mean, it's big horsepower, of course, but like, I don't know, we could get this brand new for big horsepower for like, that's 40 grand less. I guess this one's 50 grand less. I don't know. Doesn't really seem like it's maybe worth it to spend that kind of money on it. Like, we don't really need that large of a tractor. We could get this, still 691 horse. Like, that's a lot of horsepower for one tractor. It'll do us just fine. So I might kind of just wait to get another large tractor, but I definitely want to get another combine so that we can kind of go get working on the rest of these fields. So all these combines are quite expensive. This one will hold 14,100 liters. I mean, we could get 2 of these John Deere ones. I'm just going through to see what I have for mods available. What I might do, I might get somewhat of an unrealistic combine just to kind of help with all these fields, just because it's going to be so much to work that we might have to kind of do something like that. It's just too much all at once for one guy to do. We need a little bit of help in that sense, and I think this is the point where we start kind of going into more of an unrealistic state, just so that I can, have some sanity doing all this. But I'm going to kind of figure all this out as I go, and not make too many crazy plans just yet. But what we are going to do now is get into this combine here, and we got to go start harvesting our canola field. Have to harvest the canola field. I shouldn't have to upgrade anything with the production facility for biogas, because basically we had that barn maxed out with pigs and they were all mature. I think the most that they would make in a month is 160,000 liters of slurry and a bit of manure, which is like all fine. And another thing too, like, we don't really need to be putting straw in there and making the manure in the slurry. And I think that biogas facility, I'm almost certain that it'll do 360,000 liters. That's what it'll hold of slurry. So I think it would be quite a bit before we end up maxing that out. I may just plow that sunflower field and just get those sunflowers off there, because to go and harvest them, we're not really going to make that much money from it. We don't have a production facility where we could get like turned it into oil. I think we might just cut the losses and plow over it, because I want to get that field is wheat, and that's we're going to be planting wheat on that next month. So I kind of think we might just bite the bullet on it and just go get the sunflowers off, rather than trying to make, like, I don't even know what we would make for money off that. Maybe like 20, 30 grand, 40 grand to go sell that. It's not really worth it. I'd rather just get wheat in the ground, get it plowed, and you know what? As I'm sitting here talking, like, that's just what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna go plow that field. We can get lime and stuff down on it if I need. I might just do it anyways, just to have that field like super fresh for us. We've got to harvest the oat field that we bought as well. I'm kind of starting to think I might do the same thing. I might just like cultivate that field. And however, we don't really need to do that, because the oats, I know I'm kind of countering what I'm saying, but like the oats, like that field is going to turn into a cornfield, and we're not really going to be harvesting that till the corn until October, and then we wouldn't be planting anything on that field until the springtime. So we like potentially could go get the oats off of it, get the straw from it, store that away, and then we could sell that, just so it's not a complete waste. These sunflowers, I don't want to wait until, well, we can't really wait until November to plow this field. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, like, I'm not messing around just to get a little bit of money from sunflowers. It doesn't matter to me. Maybe this worker. Oh, I was gonna say this worker's hesitating. He's like, "Did you really just tell me to destroy a field that's perfectly fine?" Yes, I did. I did. Yes, I did. Do as I say, not as I do, right? Okay. I feel a little bad doing this. No, I don't. I don't. We'll do a sunflower series down the road, and we'll make up for it. Okay, let's fire this wagon up. I'm going to take this up. Whoa, whoa. If I hook onto it, I'm going to take it up. I'm going to take it up to the canola field and get kind of ready to start pulling the canola out of this combine. But yeah, we definitely need another combine. Definitely need another combine. I just want to... This seems loud to me all of a sudden. I don't know why, but... Where are we going? General? What can we change in here? Wood chips. Where's audio? Am I crazy? Camera, oh, sound. Master volume. Let's turn this down a little bit. Yeah, it seems a little bit better. Seems a little bit better. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of plug away with getting this field harvested. I'll bring you kind of back in a little bit. What I think I might do is go in and just kind of look at some combines real quick and try and make a plan for that, and then I'll bring you back. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go kind of sit and just go through the different options and figure out exactly what we should get. I'll buy one, and then I'll bring you back once I got it picked up, and we'll head over to that field. Actually, what I might do right now is figure out how we're going to get through over here, and I might clear some trees, get the chainsaw out and clear a little path through so that we can get to this field. This looks like it's going to be a good little spot to kind of pop through. Maybe I'll make kind of a road or something around there to help us out. I'll kind of figure all that stuff out, and like I said, I'll bring you back once I bought a new combine. All right, folks, here is our new combine. It's just a lizard one. This one cost us $310,000. I also got us a header trailer. What I wanted to bring you back in for, because I'm probably going to need a header trailer to kind of pull the headers along the trees for the road that I made to our new field, which I'll show you when we head over there. I'll kind of take the long way just so I can show you where it is. But I wanted to bring you back in because in the store is this set of headers that I'm going to buy to kind of match this. Now these are 13.8 meters wide. Again, I'm going to get these to kind of match. They're used. They got 60 hours on them. I'm going to get them all repaired up and stuff like that while we're here. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to bring you in and show you this. So I'm going to buy these right now. Because they're basically half off, which is a really good deal. I'm going to get the boys just to tune them up and make sure everything's all good to go. I'll kind of get them loaded onto our trailer here. I'll get the boys to do it. Get it loaded up, and then we'll head over to the oat field and start getting some of that oats or some of the oats cleared off. So as I was pulling through with our new combine and headers, as you can see at the end of the field there, kind of on the north side, this is full. So I'm gonna just get a quick little. That should be fine. They'll be able to keep going. But here's our setup. I actually had to get a different header trailer. It wasn't big enough. I wasn't really sure. I don't know how to gauge that, to be honest. So yeah, the other one was too small. So I got these ones, and I'll kind of just go, yeah, kind of like the long way, if you will. And I'll go through and I'll show you kind of the road and stuff that I built so that we can get from this side of the farm, like where we could pop up to get to the canola field. I could probably, yeah, I don't know. I could probably get up that point with the headers on, but I thought like if all this has got crop to our left, I don't want to have any crop damage, so we'd have to kind of think skinny pulling around through here. But yeah, this is the road that I built, pretty fancy, pretty fancy. And this gets us up to the oat field. And we should have enough room. I think I have enough room that I can go like this. And then just park kind of something like that. Dock off. Spin around and maybe run over the crops a little bit here. Should be enough room here. I'll have to Austin Powers a little bit. I probably could have parked that header trailer a bit better, but it don't really matter. Yeah. Pretty bad header trailer park job, but not that big a deal. There we go. There we go. We did it. It's always a struggle for us, It is, and that's fine. Okay, let's get this thing opened up. Now, this unit will hold 50,000 liters worth of grain, which again is a little bit on the unrealistic side, but the farm is at a point where we kind of have to do that. Now, I think for right now, I'm not going to worry about the straw off this field. I'm just going to get this harvested, so I'm just going to leave that the way that it is. Yeah, I don't think we're going to worry about the straw off this field. I'll get this harvested just because we might as well test out this new combine, see if it works good, and then we'll kind of go from there. I don't know what I'm going to do with these oats. I'll just throw it in the silos for now, and I'll save it for a winter chore or something like that. We can go dump it off and make whatever we make for money on this. It'd be nice if some of the farmers around wanted to buy it off of us, but it's got quite a bit of weeds in it and stuff. I don't really know what the yield is going to look like, but let's jump over. This is just Givener out here. How is our plow doing? Still just going to town. There's a lot of work on this field. It's going to be a lot of work. Let's jump out of this tractor here. It's 100% fertilized. I don't know the lime levels on this, though. I do not know the lime level. So it'll just be what it's going to be. And, yeah, we'll be planting this next month. So kind of the next thing that I want to do is go in and let's start looking, while we got some time here, and let's start looking at some of the large tractors, because we're going to need another large tractor to help us out. I'm kind of leaning towards this just because it's good horsepower for, essentially the cheapest price that we're going to kind of get. This should pull both the planters really good. It'll pull like our cultivators really good. We could put a front weight and stuff on it like that. We don't really have to. I think I would just kind of leave it completely as is, other than putting the big engine in it. So 624,000 if we have the big engine in it. This is 600 grand and it doesn't really quite have as much horsepower. I mean, now that I think about it, like that one in the store might just be the answer. Like it's 600 grand, but there is no other engine to put in it. It's the most horsepower. Geez, the paint job on this is a little rough. Little rough indeed. I think this might be what we just got to grab, though. Might be what we got to grab, and because we definitely need some sort of a tracked unit or something just to kind of help pull that planter. That planter's a little bit weird um, with those other tractors. I'm not really too sure what it is. Whatever, let's just buy it. We got more money than we know what to do with, really. Okay, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna keep this combine going, but we're gonna have to let this rain settle. I'm gonna let this guy work. Where's our other combine? Oh, yeah. We gotta shut down this. We gotta shut down this harvest and let this rain pass before we can do anything. Let's check the weather. Oh, we gotta wait till about 1 o'clock. We're gonna have to take an early lunch here and just let this rain pass. I don't want to mess with any of the yields. The oats I don't really care about because it is what it is. We're not oat farmers, not in this series at least. So I'm gonna let that go. But I'm gonna shut down this. I'm gonna shut down this. I'm gonna go jump into this tractor. I'm gonna jump in this tractor and I'm gonna get the canola pulled out of the top hopper, and then I'll put the cover on this guy. Keep this rain off our grain a little bit. Let's see if we can. Because yeah, I don't want to mess with the yields. We got to let this weather pass. Better not be another tornado coming. So let's get this pulled out. We'll get this pulled out. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. We're gonna have to take, go have some brunch. Maybe I'll go fill the thermos, get some coffee going. I actually got a chocolate bar sitting beside me right now. No joke, this is real. It's a caramel salted caramel. It's my favorite chocolate bar, and I got one sitting on my desk. So I might have to sit here and eat this. Let this weather pass. Let's cover that up. I'm going to fold the pipe in on this, and then I'll close the top hopper just so the unit doesn't sit here and fill up with rain. This we can pull over and park away. Yeah, we're gonna have to let this rain pass. I might even go shopping some more and look at some other field cultivation tools that we could get. It'd probably be nice to get another set of. Let's leave that right there. Let's shut that off. Yeah, harvesting in the rain reduces yield. It's okay. We're not worried about it. Continue on. Continue on. Oh, this is a nice field over here. This will be a beautiful cornfield. Absolutely beautiful, in fact. This combine that we bought's got a whole bunch of horsepower as well. It's got like 900 horse, which again is pretty unrealistic, but we're going to need all the help that we can get to get this farm done because we've kind of grown this into a pretty big operation. Let's go over here. Let's go take a look at what we got. I could get a set of disc harrows. The reason I like the disc harrows a bit is for how fast you can pull them. Those are 10 meters wide. Those are 12. These are 18 meters. 580 horse, which we definitely have enough horsepower for. So that could be an option. There's a set of these. I can't remember if it's cultivators. Yeah, these are good. They're huge, but they go 6 miles an hour. Very slow. These are 14s. That's what we've got sitting in there. Yeah, it's these. We don't want those. I don't like those. Yeah, here, I'll tell you why I don't like those. Because we don't have a farm set up where we can just pull everything through. This has got a front actuated axle or a front articulating axle. It's like impossible to back these up into a position. I mean, I think I have trailer or axle blocker on. So technically I could get those. But I think I would rather get these These pull faster. They'll pull at 11 miles an hour, which isn't that much faster than these ones, right? I'm just, it's 10 miles an hour, but I think we'll get some harrows. We don't need another plow. We don't need anything else like that. We have the biggest seeder and we have a really big planter. We've got enough stuff to fertilize everything. We could get one more fertilizing unit. I would just get this or this one again. They're basically the same. This is 25, this is 26. It holds a little bit more. That's why I do it. But they both go at 11 miles an hour, 42-meter spread. And yeah, this one just holds a little bit more for $1,000. So I might get another one of those. Not too sure. And we will have to get another set of corn headers, which I'm just going to watch the store for because we're not harvesting corn for a couple months. And even when we do, the one set of headers will get us through for this year. But I will be on the lookout for probably these again. I'll probably just end up going and just buying these again because I think that's going to be our best bet. These ones only 6 meters wide. It's just not wide enough. Special headers. These are just, oh, those are just for sorghum? Interesting. Yeah, that's what I know. Okay, I'm going to let this rain pass. I'll let oats continue on here, and I'll bring you guys back once we can start finishing off the canola. And yeah, I'll maybe have picked up a set of those disc arrows. Right, folks, we are back. We are back in action. The rain has finally let up, so I'm going to get this combine back going. I got it unfolded. Get this tarp off this trailer. I'm going to kind of pull this out of the way. I went and bought that set of disc harrows, and I just kind of came back with the new tractor and those set of disc harrows, and I got them kind of set up right here. I was just going to test them out while this harvest is going on. I was thinking, why not test these bad boys out? Our field is almost done being plowed. Let's just jump out. This needs rolling. Of course it needs rolling. Of course it needs rolling. I was thinking too, we might have to buy a big set of rollers as well. Kind of now that we've got all these big fields, and maybe I will start rolling the fields. Who knows? Who knows? The other thing though too is I don't know where I'm gonna park all of this stuff. The farm is gonna get a little bit jammed packed for a little bit, and yeah, I don't really know where we're gonna park everything. Like we got room, I'll stick some stuff in some corners of the farm that we got some room. We do have room. I just got to kind of plan it out a little bit better. Move some stuff around. Maybe put stuff in kind of our pull-through bay where we do a lot of our maintenance. I can always do that. But yeah, we got room. We got room. And these set of harrows are really going to help out with field prep. Look at that. Kind of missed a bit there. Let's back up and get it. Jeez, it's crazy how far this farm has actually come, though. I mean, all joking aside, like we started out, we had no money. We were so poor. We were 300K in the hole. We had that little yellow tractor, which I obviously still have. Would never get rid of it. Um, we were just, yeah, we were so poor. We had nothing. um, Doing so many contracts just to get by so we could maybe plant that field and maybe get some set of cultivators. I still remember when we got that OG set of I think it's the Prolander 7500 cultivators, and we could go do contracts and it didn't take 3 hours to do one field. Um, yeah, I remember when we got that first kind of set of those cultivators, and then I went and did so many cultivating contracts just to hopefully get some cash for us. And yeah, now we're buying $600,000 tractors, $200,000 set of disc harrows, and still got 2 million bucks in the bank, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pigs. Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk pigs were that good? Really that good? And we still got a bunch of pigs to sell, to be honest. Like I wasn't really paying attention to how many pigs are left in that barn. I can't really remember how many we sold. We can obviously go check. We don't really need to be cultivating this field. I still kind of want to fix some of these dead spots and stuff, which I'll do when that worker's done plowing the field. On the way back, I'll just kind of leave that tractor sitting over here, and we can do these dead spots. I should still be able to see them after I've cultivated. Oh, this kind of does angled ones on this now. Can I see it through the cultivation? It should be able to. Should be able to. Oh, I'm kind of missing spots here. Chin wagging about these new disc arrows. Let's pull around and see if we can get some canola dumped out of this combine. On this last pass, the oat combine should be getting pretty close to being done over there. I haven't popped over in a second, which don't really have to. Let's get some grain pulled out of this. Or not. Or not. We'll just spin down to the other end and wait. That worker just told us to get out of the road. Alright, bud, alright. We'll go down here and we'll wait. We'll go down here and wait like a good little tractor. Yeah, those disc harrows will help us out quite a bit. Especially since we'll have that other set of cultivators too. We'll be able to just rock on two fields at the same time, which will be good. Hopefully, as soon as this canola field is done, maybe we'll steal that other large tractor, go hook onto the other set of cultivators, and throw them down on that oat field, getting that all cleaned off. We don't really got a rush to get that field cleaned off, to be honest, because we're going to be planting corn on that in the spring. So I'm not super panicked to go get that one cleaned off. But oh yeah, not too bad. Glad that rain passed for us. This guy's just sitting here. Yeah, so let's think about where we're gonna put everything. I'm thinking I'll be able to maybe put. Maybe if I bring these cultivators ahead, I can put something in behind that. That'll be the one combine can still sit there. And if I move these, maybe if I swap these two, I could put that other combine behind there. But we've got another big set of disc harrows, obviously, now that we bought. So I might have to park them. I might have to move this lime spreader and park those big disc harrows there. We've got a bunch of room in here. We could probably put some stuff. This is just kind of stuff we don't really look at too often. Um, where else could I park some stuff? This is kind of our main loop with all the... well, I could park that lime spreader, maybe right tuck it in here. What I think we're gonna have to do, I'm gonna show you guys something cool. Oh, I don't have it yet. I don't have it yet. I got something cool for us though. Yeah, okay. I gotta remember to do that. It's a mod that I've got. You guys are gonna like it. It's gonna be pretty cool. I will I'll get it at yeah, I'll get it at some point. Next time we kind of got a little bit of a break, I'll go back out and grab the mod and then put it in, but it's gonna be sweet. You guys will find it cool. Or I think it's cool at least. So, I mean, take that for whatever it is. I think I'm gonna sell this set of planters. I've got these two. Like, I just don't want to sell them because I got two sets of rollers in here. I could park the one tractor in there. Might have to park the disc harrows in there. I'm not too sure. I don't want to sell these because like we still do have these like small fields. But the seeders we're not gonna. Well, I could always use it to seed this field while I'm doing the wheat on these two. Yeah, I'm not gonna sell those yet. And that smaller set of cultivators is good for like fields 5 and 11, even field 6. If we're doing some other stuff, it'll be good for. So I don't really want to sell those. Let's jump over to, yeah, this guy's almost done. Okay, this is full. Yeah, let's go down and get the canola out of this combine. We're gonna have oh, we didn't check the pig barn. We'll check the pig barn right after this. As soon as we get the grain dumped out of here, I'll tab back over to the farm and we'll check and see exactly how many pigs we got left in there. And kind of what we're gonna be selling over the next half a year type deal. Yeah, we'll get this all dumped out. Actually, I could just leave this sitting here because the combine will just keep going once it's done. Let's tab into here. And I want to go into this. Okay, so we got these at 19 months or 18 months, 1900 bucks rather. So we'll be selling these real soon. So there's 100. Even we'll be selling probably these at the same time ish. So 100, 2, 3, 400, 500, 540, 740 pigs roughly if we sell all these, whatever those are. We got 1,500 left in the barn. So the amount we got to put a bunch of food in this barn. We have 0 liters in there. Actually, their health is going to be. I don't know how. Oh, that's right. I dumped some in at the beginning. Yeah, okay. That's right. I dumped some. I'm like, I don't know. There was 0 liters of food in there. I didn't really know how that happened. All right, let's take this plow over. We got to get fuel in this tractor. We can't forget to do that. We'll take this plow over and we'll start hitting some of that storm damage spots on that field. And yeah, I'm probably going to have to buy a big set of rollers. Or we just won't roll the fields. That's almost what I'd rather do, to be honest. That's probably what we're going to do. I think we're going to be the no rolling Hard Times Hog Farm gameplay series. Yeah, I think so. We'll roll only when we really feel like it, which is going to be not that often, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Let's hit some of these storm damage spots. There we go. Always the storm damage. To be honest, next gameplay series, I'm probably going to take off the storm damage. It's probably one setting I'm not going to play with. Because I don't really know. I mean, I guess I could just not fix these spots, but I feel like they would just compound so much, you know? Like, there would be... What if we got the same amount on the next harvest, and it was, like, double? Like, eventually it would really mess with the yields. Yeah, I think every other series will turn that setting on. Might be the plan. The only thing, though, is I don't know if... I wonder if using the disc harrows will fix it. Let's try something real quick here. Because usually when you pull over them with a cultivator, you can, like, you can still see them, like, the texture through the field. I just want to do a little test here. Like, if I drive over this spot right here. Now you can't see it anymore. Like, you notice how you can see the different tone in the colors there? I think we're gonna try it. Roll with it. If the disc harrows fixed it, and I didn't know that this whole time. Oh my god, that's probably true. The cultivators probably don't go... It's because it's like a shallow cultivator or something like that, so... That's probably why. Huh. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Someone probably told me that in the comments and I just missed it, to be honest. So if you did, I'm sorry. If you did, I am sorry. Alright, let's go park these plows away. And we'll park these plows away. I'm going to kind of just keep progressing through with the harvests, both the oats and the canola. And I'll kind of bring you back once both those have cleared up and we're just doing some field cultivation. All right, crew, we got the canola and the oats have been harvested. I'm going to take this combine back, drop these headers off, and we got to drop the canola into the grain silos. This hill's kind of gnarly. Drop the canola into the grain silos. Try not to run into anything. Almost ran into that trailer. But we didn't. We didn't. Snaked her through just barely. But are we going to get through this way? Are we going to get through this way on this episode of Hard Times Hog Farm? No, we will not. So, I'm going to go back out. I'm going to have to buy another header trailer. I think. I guess I could always just do this, because when we are harvesting this field, it'll always be... Like, this is always going to be a wheat field, and it's always going to be a canola field up there, so... but that being said, getting through with corn... No, the corn headers we can fold up. Yeah, never mind. Sorry. Thinking out loud again. So we're going to drop these headers off. Right in there. Run into the barn just a little bit. Nothing too aggressive. So the oat field, I almost went to park this, but then you know what? I'm getting smarter. In my... Well, maybe not getting smarter. Let's maybe... let's not jump to things here, but I had a moment of clarity. Yeah, I have what alcoholics call a moment of clarity, and I was like, you know what? I bet you that oat field that we just bought needs to be plowed, and it does, and it needs lime. And I was just about to park these plows, and I was like, nah, you should probably go check and make sure. And yep, sure enough, it needs to be plowed. And I thought, why not go get this tractor doing it? So I put some fuel in it. This is just sitting here ready to go. I'm actually going to open the pipe on this. Or, actually, this is what we're going to do. Let's close this. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if we're going to be able to articulate the turn down in here. Oh yeah, we'll be able to. Let's take her wide here. Nice. That worked out sort of good. We kind of hit the fence a little bit there. Not that big a deal though. Let's drag this right through something like that. What do you guys think? Oh, let's back up a little bit. Let's pull it forward just a little bit. There we go. Now, I think what I'll be able to do, hop on through here, and we'll pipe it right into the grate. I think. Let's see. Not bad. Let's tab over to this guy. Head on over. And then we can keep going cultivating our field. So our new field out there is plowed. I did not check to see if it needs lime. I did not check. Once we get using the disc harrows, we'll check. We'll check on the map to see if that needs lime. The other one definitely does. So I'll hook onto the lime spreader and I'm just gonna pull it on over. We gotta make sure it's full first. Yeah, it's too bad we couldn't do something with those oats too. Yeah, nah, it's fine. Said the only reason I really harvested it just because we had the ability to. Other than that, we didn't really need we don't need the oats for anything. I would have liked to harvest those sunflowers, but more importantly to me would be getting that field in wheat. And since we need to plant wheat next month, it just doesn't make sense to mess up the routine for some sunflowers. Okay, so we'll park this guy behind these cultivators, I think. I'm just gonna actually put the park on, shut that down. Okay, that's plowing that field good there. Let's pipe this in. Don't really need fuel, but I want to get in the habit of fueling everything up right as soon as it's done. Let's fold this unit. We'll fold her up. And I've got a mod that it'll automatically wash these units. It automatically washes everything each night, which is nice because I like having the equipment clean. Tight quarters in here. Might have to go like this with it. Pull on through. And then we'll back in. There we go. Okay, there we go. And then really what I could do is, let's shut this down and park it. Let's jump out and take a look. What I can do is I can hook that claws tractor right up to these planters and I'll push them back and I'll be able to park that we'll park Big Red and these planters in together. And then this whole area is pretty good. Then we should have kind of a spot for everything. I've got a plan for those headers. Although they are probably fine right there just as is. This is obviously just business as usual. This tractor is pretty much just going to stay at the farm for now, I think. But what I want to do is we got to get I think I might do the headlands real quick on this field now that everything's all said and done. That kind of the left side, or to our left over here, is all finished off. But we'll spin around. We'll get the headlands done, I think. And once I kind of got the GPS set on that, we'll start going through, and I'll go check and see if this. Let's just jump out. We're right here. No, yeah, we checked that before. It doesn't need any lime. Does there say anything on this field? Needs rolling. That's about it in that field. Yeah, the only thing I don't know is where I'm going to put these disc harrows. That's kind of the only thing that I don't really know where I'm going to park it. But other than that, it'll be... Unless I just park it on the back side of that barn. Kind of where the lime spreader is right now. Yeah. I'm not too sure. We'll make a plan for it. We'll make a plan. I'll get everything squared away one way or another. I can always kind of shift some stuff. Yeah, I'll shift some stuff around. There's got to be a spot for it. There's got to be a spot. Let's drop this down. Let's drop this down, and then let's get this field cleared off. Let's test out these new disc harrows fully. We'll get this field nice and cleared off, and then we'll kind of go from there doing some more chores. All right, we got that field cultivated, or disc harrowed rather. As you can see kind of in the background there, that's where I parked the harrows. I found a spot for them over there, like I said. And I'm going to park this, we'll park Big Red with the planter, kind of just as I thought. And I think everything's going to fit. We got to quit buying stuff, but we just came in episode 20. I wanted to make episode 20 a bit of a fun one. It's always fun when we get to go spend a whole bunch of money and buy the big equipment, you know? Because really, we started with, let's go look at it. Let's go look at it. Anyone who's just joining us and missed the first other 19, this is what we started with. Basically this baler, this little truck, and off we went. Geez, we got to get these trees cleared out, the tornado trees. Let's go check on our plow. Oh, he's getting close. Getting very, very close. Okay, so since he's getting close, let's park this trailer right there. And I'm going to go grab the lime spreader, which I can't remember if I left that thing full of lime or not. I can't remember. Did I? Let's see. Survey says no, I did not. That's okay. We got a buying station here. We can go get some. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Let's get this thing filled up, and we will head over. We'll head over to that field because it is what we need to kind of do next. Get this filled with lime. It should just automatically charge us. $800. I don't really know if that's enough money. I'm going to take off an extra $2,000 just cuz. I know it's $450. Maybe I'll take off an extra $2. I want it to be fair. That buying station is just a little bit weird. It never seems to charge us enough. But if you use the other one, it charges us way too much. So, I don't know. Keep it fair. I'll try and keep it fair anyways. So let's head over. Hopefully I can just take this right over. And I might leave this, I'm going to probably have to leave this lime spreader with that other tractor. Because like even pulling up this hill right now, this little tractor, well, this little tractor, it's a 260 horse tractor. But I mean, 14,000 liters of lime, that wouldn't really be an easy pull. Maybe we should use our road that I built. Since I did build a nice road. Somewhat nice. Not much of a road builder. But we got to get this field limed. I mean, I don't really got to do it right now, but I might as well just kind of finish off the month doing it. You know, we're set up in field prep mode and stuff, and then I don't got to think about it till the springtime. It can just kind of sit there. It can just sit there and do its thing. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'll just dock this off right there, and I'll sit here with the tractor, and then once this large tractor finishes with the plows, I'll get him to just kind of unhook from the plows. And then I'll hook onto the lime spreader with this Valtra tractor so it can pull, because this field's got a bit of a hill to it, bit of a hill. I guess the road kind of wraps around here too. I didn't really have to build that one in through there, but whatever. Oh well. Doesn't really matter too much. Now, what I could do real quick here. You know what? I'll just wait. Look at these pigs sitting outside the fence. Hey, in. Get back in there. He just wags his tail at me. You. Are you stuck? No, he's not stuck. Maybe he is. I don't know. Is Buck around here anywhere? I don't see him anywhere. Huh. He's probably hiding in the bush somewhere. We'll leave him be. Well, don't run away, boys. Don't run away. Okay, I think, honestly, that's going to do it for this episode. We spent a lot of money. I think we're done spending money for a little bit, at least. I'm not too sure, but we're running out of places to put things, so we should quit spending money. I think that'll do it for episode 20. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it like always. I hope you have a good afternoon, morning, evening, whenever it is that you're watching this. I'll be putting out the supercut for these last 10 episodes sometime during the week. I'm not 100% sure when I'll get around to editing all that together. If you didn't check out the Tassie Farms season finale, or series finale rather, make sure and go check that out. Again, that supercut series for the final 20 or the final 10 episodes, which would be 21 to 30, will be coming out as well. And our new gameplay series will be starting right away. I'm gonna just kind of finish off the Hard Times Hog Farm. I'm thinking it'll be around 30 episodes, 25, 30 episodes. Well, I'll find a good spot to end it, and we will. Hopefully when we've completed our mission of being able to sell off a full barn, 2,500 pigs at $2,500. That's the goal. So we got to just kind of work towards that. And yeah, I think that's going to do it. Thank you again so much. If you haven't done so already, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like, hit that sub button for me. It helps out massively. It's completely free, and it will help us get to that 1,000 sub marker, which we've been working towards over the last few months, which has been great. So thank you guys so much again. I'll see you on the next episode, and have a good one.